Hey everyone, and welcome to my console speedrun strategy guide for Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. In the last part we took care of the geothermal caverns, including the friendship skip, and now, in this part we're gonna do the Solarii Fortress. A small warning before we start, I hate this part. In the whole run, it's the part I hate the most. I really hate it. It constantly costs me a lot of time during runs. I can lose up to 25 minutes here. If you decide to run this game, practice this part. Maybe it's not so bad for you, but it's really bad for me, so I needed to practice this a lot. I actually don't have a lot of practice right now, because I'm not into the speedrun right now. But yeah, let's just jump straight in. So, you want to roll, and you can try to do a scramble and then roll through this. It doesn't matter though, but it's a nice touch. So around here you want to start jumping, because then you're faster than the explosion and you can just get through here. Start scramble rolling here again, because as always jumping can push you off the edge. This is the first part I hate, the small climbing section. 3 climbs up, 1 climb left and another one left, and then just shimmy over here. As soon as this guy falls down, jump up and climb up. Scramble, scramble, roll. And here you need to start getting a little bit slower. Sorry. And here you need to start getting a little bit slower, because as soon as you go through the door in front of you, an explosion will trigger. And Lara needs to get knocked back a little bit by the explosion, because this is actually a loading trigger for the roof we're gonna go up to next. So keep that in mind. This is the explosion, and now we're good to go, so just roll. Skip this, and now just aim forward and scramble roll to your right and grab this rope. Ignore all the enemies here. Wow, that never happened to me. Wow, even after around 200 runs you can still find new shit in this game. Okay, so let's do this again. Better. Jump over this, aim over here, scramble jump, and climb up. Jump, 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 jump. And this is the cutscene where we're now gonna get all our weapons back, but we're immediately in a trap again. And the next fight, try to remember all the enemy position. And I'm gonna say this before the fight starts. I'm not remembering all the enemy's position, so it can take me quite some tries to get this. In general, there are guys with guns, and there are guys with dynamite. For the guys with guns, you just want to kill them with headshots really quickly. And for the guys with dynamite, you want to wait for them to get out the dynamite so they're ready to throw it at you. And shortly before they throw it, you want to shoot 1 shot into them, or 2 or 3, so they get stunned a little bit. If you manage to stun them during the throwing animation, they will drop the dynamite, and this will almost all the time kill them, which saves on ammo for you. So I'm gonna use the hunter sense here. So there are the first 2 guys with dynamite. As soon as dynamite gets close, scramble away from it. Try really to conserve your ammo here, because you're gonna need a lot more. So I'm waiting for this guy to get his dynamite, and he dropped it, and it's a kill. There's another shotgun guy. Kinda having trouble hitting his head right now. When you have a chance, grab those ammo boxes around this room. As soon as you see an enemy appear white, you know it's the last one. Grab this ammo box here, get your shotgun out, and trigger this cutscene with these two guys. One guy has a melee weapon, the other guy has a weapon. So take care of the weapon guy first. Dodge the melee guy, not just like I just did. Kill this guy, and then you have all the time in the world. Actually, you don't have all the time in the world, but you can get a little bit slower on this guy. Get your, if you have ammo left, get for the weapon, get your assault rifle. And this is now what a lot of runners call the death hallway. I like to camp around here and aim here, so I can give this guy a headshot. Give this guy a headshot, and kill the third guy here. Don't let him get away because it will cost you. Better. Okay, so now there's one guy with melee and one shooting guy. Kill the shooting guy. Jump over the melee guy. And now get through here as fast as you can, because you're gonna take a lot of damage. And as soon as you're in this cutscene, you're safe. This is basically where the boss fight starts. Follow my way here, and it's not a big deal. This is the first part of the boss fight. It's really easy. Get on top of here and grab this rope. Skip this cutscene when you can. Aim a little bit up, and then fire with R1 the grenade. So, skip this cutscene, switch away from your assault rifle, switch back, and you can shoot another grenade. Pick up those boxes here. And this is so annoyingly hard that this is also a part that you need to train. I regularly die several times during runs in this part. So I'm trying to pause a lot. Get over here and lob a grenade to kill those two guys. As you saw, for some reason one guy survived it. As soon as you kill those two guys, you want to make your way down and directly shoot a grenade into the face of the guy cowering behind the next cover. This will normally kill this guy and another guy, and will stun the third guy. Shoot the third guy before you get into cover. When in cover, pick up the grenades and kill the last guy in the cover on the left. Then make your way to the cover on the left and shoot and grenade kill the last two guys where you need to go. So this sounds a little bit complicated. So kill this guy with a grenade, and you saw me getting 2 kills. And normally you should kill the one guy I just missed. So now lob a grenade for this guy. Check how many grenades you have. If you have 2, don't grab the grenades here right now. Switch on your hunter's instinct and lob a grenade in here. And lob another grenade. Then pick up those grenades. And depending on how lucky you are, if you get 80 XP, both of them are dead. Now just make your way up here. Grab those ammo boxes, this ammo box, and roll down here. Get your assault rifle, shoot this gate, pick up the grenades. And this is it with hard fights for this part. But it went really well this time, but it doesn't always go this well. So this is what I call the bitch skip. Normally you would have to shoot this and then fight a lot of enemies, but we can clip through here and then go completely out of bounds. So normally we would do this with our back scrambling method, but I'm just going to show you what happens when I'm using the back scrambling method here. You see, it puts us back on top of this. The only method, like when I told you about door clipping in the second part, I told you there's one method where we need to pause, we need to use the pause buffering method. And you probably guessed it. This is the part where we need to use the pause buffering method. And this is why I call this the bitch clip. Because I hate it. So again, face it. press launch and immediately press start, and then just keep reversing the directions and unpausing and pausing until you're through this gate. You can lose time on this. Don't expect it to be easy, except when you're on Xbox One, then it should be really easy and you shouldn't have any problems at all. Nice. As soon as you're here, drop down here and follow my way. It's a bit tricky, but as soon as you're done it once, you can remember it. Jump through this house and drop down here. So right next to us is a wall. Sometimes you don't see it, but it's there. Make your way around this wall to load this area. And then look between these two buildings. You want to jump into this right building like I just did. Go over here. And now you want to make a neutral jump. Get a little bit to the left and aim down sight so you're standing on this railing. If you're unlucky, you will get knocked off or you will miss the railing. If that happens, you need to restart the checkpoint and you need to do the switch clip again. So this is it happens. And as soon as you're on the railing, just jump on the other side, back and bounce. Get your assault rifle, not your shotgun. Lob a grenade here. And this is the boss fight.
Lara, climb over.
Skip this cutscene. And climb on here. You can grab those grenades. And now a climbing section starts. Now you're gonna jump to the right and jump up. You don't need to use your pickaxe again.
I've got to stop them from getting on that helicopter.
So for the next cutscene, we used to quit back to main menu here and then go back into the game to skip this cutscene because it's normally unskippable. But we found out by timing this that it's actually faster to just let the cutscene play. Press back on your left analog stick and start scrambling. And finish it off with a jump. It's gonna end in a QTE. And as soon as you climb up and get this checkpoint, reload that checkpoint. Because if you reload that checkpoint, we are able to skip a cutscene later on, which is normally unskippable. Now just make your way across this jump and run section. And this is the cutscene we can now skip. Wait for the explosion and just follow my way here. There is a square or XQTE here. Climb up, jump, and then jump again. Immediately mash jump, and then you will automatically get it. Jump here again. On the second part there's a QTE for a square or X. And jump again. Another QTE. And as soon as you're here, let go of forward and just jump. So this is the infamous helicopter cutscene. During the next cutscene, there are 6 spots where the game can crash on you. And if the game crashes on you, you are allowed on PS4 or Xbox One only to pause the timer, because it's so frequent that we just decided in the community that it's okay to pause the timer here. In no other spot you are allowed to pause the timer, so keep this in mind. And then it's just literally watching the cutscene and praying that the game doesn't crash. So let's see what happens here.
We have to land.
There's literally nothing you can do. So just pray. It's gonna cost you around a minute and a half if your game crashes.
We can't leave them behind.
We have to land.
No way! Not in this weather!
We can't leave them behind.
I barely made it here in one piece!
Do it!
She'll pull apart!
As soon as the pilot says, "Fuck, you're crazy," you're normally safe. Like, I haven't experienced a game crash after this line. But still, beware. So after this cutscene, just skip the other cutscenes. But try to not to be too fast, because I've seen it that it happened to me once that I skipped one of those cutscenes too early, and it crashed the game. So wait half a second to a second. And this is actually the perfect time for me to stop this part, because we just finished the whole Solarii Fortress, and it went extremely well. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. And as always, thanks everyone for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next part.